Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm currently getting ready to go to a swing dance class. Never done one before in my life. So this should be fun. I love ballroom dancing. While I get ready, I'm gonna do a get to know me. And yeah, so I realize I've never done a proper get to know me video, so just fun personal questions to help you guys get to know me more outside of being a nurse and wellness and just like outside of the content that I create pretty much. There's a lot more to me than some scrubs and a 12-hour shift, so yeah. Told you guys I'm getting ready for a swing dance class. I've never taken one before, and I saw one at this place and I was like, why not? So I'm going with my friend. Okay, so first question, so what inspired me to be a nurse and what do I love most about it? So first, what inspired me to be a nurse? I love caring for people. I never really had a plan B. Plan A was always nursing and plan B was nursing, plan C was nursing. So I never really knew what else I wanted to do. So I chose nursing. I've been in the healthcare field since 2017. It's a long time. But I've only been a nurse for like a couple years. And what I love most about it, I love caring for people. I love the flexibility of nursing. It just worked out because I have so many hobbies outside of work and just so many things that I love to do outside of work. And to have the flexibility to get 4 days off in a week and it'd be like a weekend, it'd be a weekday. It's just that's what I signed up for and I enjoyed that. And then the other aspect of it in the job is just the feeling of having just the type of job that I do, people just are very grateful for you for the most part. Kind of having purpose in a way. Although that changed, it's changing for me now the longer I'm in nursing. Okay, so the next question is, what do I do on my days off to recharge or feel like myself again? Like I said, I have a lot of hobbies. I love to dance, I love to pole, I love to work out, I like going to different fitness classes, I love hiking, I love walking. So there's like a lot of different things that I like to do. I like hanging out with my friends and hanging out with my partner and just, you know, all of the above. So those things do help me recharge. But if I'm not doing any of those things, I'll be at home watching some good show on Hulu because I don't have Netflix. I love watching a lot of cooking shows and just like some reality TV, but mostly I've been obsessed with cooking shows. Like if someone spent a full day with me, what would surprise them about me? I don't really know what would surprise them, but being a type 1 diabetic. Nobody knows unless I open my mouth and I tell them, and I don't tell anybody unless they ask or I had to give insulin because I'm eating in front of them or something like that. It's my favorite way to stay active. Lately, I've been into, like I said, doing a lot of fitness classes. I just find like free trials at different locations. Like I just finished the core power yoga fitness classes that they had. They had like a 7-day free trial. The aftermath. Wow. And man, I'm not even joking, y'all. That was intense. I loved it though. Yeah, like I love going out to different trails. Where I live is a very beautiful place with a lot of different nature trails and walking areas. Like literally I have not gotten bored yet because I always find new locations to just go on a walk or go on a run. What's one hobby I would do every day if time and money weren't a factor? I would definitely sign up for ballroom dance lessons. I almost started taking it when I first moved out here. Okay, what's one thing I've learned from taking time off after travel nursing? I'm not as moody. I'm not as moody. I have time to wake up and just go and do whatever I want to do. Like I have time to be myself. I have enough time to just like invest in myself and try out different hobbies that I really enjoy doing that I didn't have energy to do when I was working full time. If you don't know, I took a contract for a year, which I didn't intend for it to be a year, but it just ended up being that way. And that contract was very stressful. It was rough. And I told myself after a year I wasn't gonna do it anymore. And I hit a year and I quit. So yeah, one thing I've gained back from not overworking and stressing myself at that place is my time, my energy, my mental. Like, I just have so much time to like try to find myself again, you know? I kind of like lost a part of me when I was doing that job because I just never had time to even sit and think. It's like I was so tired. I'll work 3 days in a row. Sometimes I was picking up shifts. I'll do like 6 days in a row, 5 days in a row, and I can go doing that for like 2 weeks. And yeah, it was by choice, but it still wasn't healthy. So I just value the time I have now. I feel I'm more like centered, I'm more at peace. And I just want to continue growing within myself. And I'm still trying to figure out like what it is that I actually like to do. In the things that I'm doing, and just like having time to reflect, having time to think, having time to be a human being who is not just constantly like waking up like, oh, going to work, all that stuff. What's your zodiac sign, and do you think it matches your personality? I don't really believe in the whole zodiac sign thing, but I am an Aries. I was born on April 7th. From what I read, I think it matches my personality, like for the most part. But I don't really know much about it, so yeah. Are you more of a morning person or a night owl? I used to be a night owl, but the older I get, I'm becoming a morning person. I used to hate waking up early in the morning growing up, and now I wake up at 7 o'clock for no reason. Like, why? Why am I waking up at 7 o'clock? So it's something I've kind of just gotten used to. Maybe because the job I do, I had to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning, be at work by 7 or 5. So I've gotten used to it. Now I actually do enjoy waking up early in the morning. I feel like you just get more of your day. And you can literally do anything that first like 5 hours of the morning. And then be done by 1 o'clock. And you have the rest of the day to kind of just be. So, but I listen to my body too at the same time. So if I'm really tired and I woke up at 7, I'll try to go back to sleep if I can. But if not, then I stay up. If I went to sleep late, I'll try to sleep in till like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock the latest. But yeah. If I could live anywhere in the world for a year, where would it be and why? I've always wanted to live in Paris. But I don't know what it is. I've been so obsessed with Paris. I still want to visit. I've never been. But now I'm pivoting more towards like wanting to visit like Spain and live in Italy, like that sort of vibe. I think the Paris thing is also because like they speak French and I can understand a little bit of French. I can understand majority of French, not all of it. I don't speak it fluently, but Italy would be where I'd want to live. I've never been to any of these countries. I just, the idea of it. Or even Switzerland. I don't know. Black people live there, but like, do they like us? I don't know. Okay, so what's your go-to coffee or tea order? I'm not a coffee drinker. I do drink tea, but I make it myself. Lately, I've been into like the black tea, the Thai black tea or Thai milk tea. I also like a lot of like the Thai teas. There's literally a cafe down the street from my house, like 2 minutes. And if I could, I would go there every day. Just, I love their tea with boba. What's one trend you'll never follow no matter how popular it gets? I'm not a huge trends person, but I think the trend where people wear something because celebrities are wearing it, like just go out of your way to buy whatever you see a celebrity wearing. Is that a trend? I think that's a trend. I literally don't even own any luxury item, I don't think. I'd rather spend my money on experiences than spend it on a material. That's just me though. I'm like, literally that stuff doesn't even like, it doesn't turn me on. So what's one book or a podcast that really changed how you think? For me, I'm huge on podcasts. I have my moments, but I'm also like getting into reading. We'll talk about podcasts because I haven't really found that book yet. One podcast that really changed how I think is The Mindset Mentor and the Dr. Daft Show. Both focus on like different things. The Mindset Mentor, obviously, he focuses mostly on the mind, the mindset, how to think positively, how to rewire your brain, how to build a habit, those type of things. Whereas the Dr. Daft Show, she's focused more on like femininity and how to be a feminine woman. I have a lot of podcasts that I listen to, but those two kind of just help me change my mindset on how I think and just how I do things in general. What's a fear that I've overcome that I'm proud of? I think of it like a minor fear. I don't know if it's a big fear, but I'm an introvert, so I've had a fear of like, not fear, but like I hate public speaking. I hated it. To this day, if you put me in a room full of people, I'll probably still be a little nervous, like a lot nervous. But I think being in healthcare, working in healthcare, I've learned to speak in front of families, like 10 to 15 people in a room, give them education, in front of doctors, in front of different types of people. And that used to be my biggest fear, was like I'm very, very quiet. Like everybody says this about me. And I don't like to be like the center of attention. I really don't. Working in healthcare has helped me kind of just get out of that shell and like be more confident in talking to people and just speaking to people. I do have a little bit of like social anxiety where I can be very awkward. So yeah, but I'm very proud of myself in that aspect of just like growing into myself as a woman and being more confident to not be afraid to speak up or just speak in front of people. Because why? Like why are we being scared to talk? Like, okay guys, I had way more questions than I thought, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this a part 1, and I'll finish answering the rest of the question in the next video, so definitely stay tuned for that.